In this video, we are going to learn about alternation of generation in plants. Alter, change. Change in structure, change in characteristic, change in features. Here, we are going to talk about change in generation. Each and every plant is having two different phases in its life cycle. These two phases are sexual phase, that is haploid, and asexual phase, that is diploid. Sexual phase give rise to asexual phase give rise to sexual phase. So there is change in generation at each step. This is called alternation of generation. And in all plants, these two phases, they are quite distinct from each other. These can be easily distinguished. These can be easily identified. Let us study alternation of generation in algae. Algae, they are representing haplontic life cycle. So now let us see what is haplontic life cycle. In case of algae, or most of the algae like Spirogyra, Chlamydomonas, the main plant body is represented by gametophyte, and it always have a single set of chromosomes, so we say that this is haploid. And in these plants, sporophytic stage is only represented by a diploid zygote. Now gametophyte plant is going to produce haploid gametes by the mitosis division. So it is not necessary that gametes are formed by meiosis division only. In haploid organisms, gametes are formed by the mitosis division. And these gametes, they fuse to form diploid zygote. That is the only diploid stage in the life cycle. And it is only for a very short period, because this zygote, they will divide by the meiosis division, they will form the haploid spores. These haploid spores, when they get the favorable condition, they will germinate and they will give rise to a gametophytic phase. As we see in case of the Spirogyra life cycle, that two different types of the gametes are formed. These two gametes get fused by the process of fertilization. A diploid zygote is formed. This diploid zygote undergoes meiosis division. This will form the haploid nuclei that will form the zoospores, and these zoospores will germinate to give rise to a haploid Spirogyra. Now in this whole cycle, you can say the diploid stage is only for a very short period, that is zygote, and this zygote is a very small structure as compared to the plant. So as you see in this life cycle, most of the time of the life cycle of the plant body is in the haploid stage only. So this is the reason that this life cycle is known as haplontic life cycle. Now this is the another algae, Chlamydomonas. You compare Chlamydomonas with the only diploid stage zygote. In Chlamydomonas again, we see that the gametes are formed which are haploid. These gametes, they fuse to form the zygote. Again the zygote undergo the meiosis division, and that germinate to give rise again to haploid Chlamydomonas. Again, I think in this cycle, this is very clear that zygote diploid stage is only for a short period as compared to rest of the life cycle, which is haploid. So this cycle is haplontic life cycle. Another point to be remembered in haplontic life cycle is that gametes are formed by the mitosis division and zygote divide by the meiosis division. Now let us study haplodiplontic life cycle in bryophytes. In bryophytes, again the main plant body is haploid, but it is multicellular now. In these plants, they also have a diploid multicellular stage in their life cycle. And both these haploid and diploid stages are quite prominent. We can easily distinguish them. And plants spend some period of its life in the diploid stage also. This is the reason that this is called haplodiplontic life cycle. Though the main phase is haploid, so that is why we are saying haplodiplontic. Diploid is dependent on the haploid phase. Gametes, they develop in the multicellular haploid gametophyte. Fertilization of the gametes will give rise to a multicellular sporophyte, that is capsule in case of Funaria. Inside this capsule, meiosis division occur and haploid spores are formed. So this type of the life cycle is called haplodiplontic life cycle. Again, I am saying that both haploid and diploid phase are quite dominant, quite prominent here. Inside the capsule, meiosis division will occur. So haploid spores are there. Now these haploid spores, when they fall on the moist surface, they will undergo the mitotic division and they will give rise to a haploid gametophyte. This haploid gametophyte again is multicellular, and whenever it has to form the gamete, mitosis division will occur. This is quite clear in this life cycle of Funaria. We can see that this is the mature adult plant, and in these male and female gametes are formed by the mitosis division only. In this case, the male gametes are motile and the female non-motile. So with the help of water, male gamete, it reaches to the female gamete. Fertilization occurs within the female gametophyte attached to the main plant. So now spores will be formed in the sporophyte that is still attached to the main plant. So I think in this you can easily distinguish the sporophytic and the gametophytic phase. Both are easily visible. This is the reason that this is known as haplodiplontic life cycle. This phase, this is the sporophyte, and this one is the gametophyte. Quite clear here? Both the phases, they are clearly distinguishable from each other. This is the reason that this is called haplodiplontic life cycle. So in this flow diagram, you can see that plant it spent a certain period in the diploid stage also. Now let us study the life cycle of pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, they are showing diplohaplontic life cycle. Just now we have studied haplodiplontic. Now these are showing diplohaplontic. Why we are saying like this? Because here the main plant body is diploid. And again here, both diploid and haploid phases, they are equally prominent. Both the phases are independent. Gametophyte, sporophyte, both are independent. Gametophyte is haploid, produce gamete, and diploid sporophyte produce spores. The main plant body I am saying is sporophytic. It is photosynthetic and is independent of the gametophyte. Now, on the main plant body, the leaf are sporophylls. They bear sporangia. Inside the sporangia, meiosis division occur. That will form the haploid spores. Now, each haploid spore divide mitotically now to produce a heart-shaped gametophyte when they fall on moist surface. This gametophyte is called prothallus. It is haploid. Now it has male and female reproductive structure, also called archegonium and antheridium. This also carry out the process of photosynthesis. It is independent. Now, female gamete is formed in archegonia and male gametes are formed in antheridia. Now, male gamete, again, with the help of the water, will reach to the archegonia. Fertilization occurs and a diploid zygote is formed. Now, this diploid zygote will divide by the mitosis division now, and it gives rise to a diploid sporophytic phase. This is the life cycle of fern. In this, these leaves are sporophyll. Each leaf is sporophyll, and in these sporophyll leaves, there are sporangia. Inside the sporangia, spores are formed. When this bursts, spores are released that germinate to form a heart-shaped prothallus. Prothallus is having archegonium that has the egg, female gamete. Antheridia will form the sperm with the help of water. This is reaching to the egg. So now here the diploid zygote is formed, and that undergo the mitosis division and give rise to again a new plant. So you can see both the phases are prominent here. Both are independent, both carrying out the process of photosynthesis. So this is the reason that this cycle is called diplohaplontic life cycle. You can see the adult main plant and gametophytic prothallus here. So in flow diagram, again you can check it. That plant is spending its life cycle as independent sporophyte, as independent prothallus. Now in higher plants, gymnosperm as well as angiosperm, we have diplontine life cycle. In pine tree, the main plant is representing the sporophytic phase. Cones are the reproductive structure which appear only for a very short duration. Leaves of male and female cones are known as sporophyll. In these sporophyll, meiosis division occur and male and female gametes are formed. These male and female gametes, they fuse to form the zygote, and zygote divide by the mitosis division again to form the main plant. So you can see this is the huge tree and only a very small structure cone appear only for a very short duration, and they are dependent on the main plant. So most of the life of the plant is spent as the sporophytic phase. That is why this is known as the diplanting life cycle. In angiosperm also, the same diplanting life cycle is representing. In angiosperm, the reproductive structure is flower. These flowers appear on the main plant body for a very short duration, and again these are dependent for all their requirement on the main plant. Male and female reproductive structure, that is stamen and pistil, are there in the flower. So now the gametes are formed by the meiosis division. These gametes, they undergo the process of fertilization, form the diploid zygote, and this zygote will divide by the mitosis division again to form a new sporophytic plant body. So this is the life cycle of the angiosperm. You can again see that on the tree, which is sporophytic phase, the gametophytic phase is represented only by flowers which appear only for a short duration. So in this flow diagram, this is very clear that the plant is spending its whole life in the diploid stage. And the haploid stage is only represented by male and female gamete. That is the reason that this cycle or this type of cycle are known as diplanting life cycle. So again, to summarize, in haplanting life cycle, plant is spending the whole life cycle in haploid stage, in gametophytic stage. Zygote is the only diploid stage and the only sporophytic stage. So that is the reason we say haplanting life cycle. In haplodiplanting or in diplohaplanting, both the gametophytic and the sporophytic phase are quite dominant, prominent, can be easily distinguished. But again, in diplanting life cycle, the haploid stage is only represented by male and female gametes, and rest of the cycle is spent as the diploid stage. This is the reason that is called diplanting life cycle.